Hi, I'm Tashina from Logical Harmony. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's video is a chatty get ready with me that we actually filmed a little while ago, and when Justin was editing it, realized that I forgot to film an intro. Sorry about that. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. It's a video where I used a lot of new cruelty-free and vegan products that I have not used on camera before, or it was my first time using them, and I just think those are fun to share with you guys because you see the hits and you see the misses, and I just think it's a good balance. As always, everything in the video is cruelty-free and vegan. I hope you guys enjoy this. So today, I'm gonna start by using my peach color corrector from Au Naturel. My under eye circles are pretty bad today. Our neighbor gets up super duper early for work. I'm talking like they're up at like 3:30, and without fail, it wakes me up pretty much every single night, and I'm just not feeling it today. Put that on, I should say. Bagheera is feeling pretty playful, apparently. I'm going to use the Too Faced Do You Foundation in Almond. I filmed a first impressions of this semi-recently. I need to do a full review, but I'm really enjoying it, to be honest with you guys. I had such mixed reviews that I was not expecting to like it, and I actually really do. It does oxidize though, as you guys will see right now. This is pretty light for me, but once it oxidizes, it's gonna be like the right shade. I wanna get more shades of this for that reason too. I feel like it makes it hard to pick your exact shade because you really have to wait like 20 minutes, I'd say, after you apply it to find out what it actually is going to look like, which is the annoying thing. So if you have like, I think this is an Ulta exclusive, if you have an Ulta near you, get a sample, get it to go, or put some on your hand from the tube and walk around the store and let it like oxidize on your skin there. Don't put it on your face, unfortunately. Like, don't do that. Find some way to kind of see how it's gonna turn out. And I will say, using a flat top brush to apply it and kind of buffing it in seems to help speed up the oxidation process, which is good because you see sooner than later what the final color is going to be. So you guys can see the shade it is now is so different than when it was first applied. And I find that a flat top brush, this one from MOTD, it's the Buffing Base Boss brush. Buffing Base Boss brush. Works really well with this foundation. It is gel based. I talked about this in the first impression, so you do not want to use a damp beauty blender to apply it. That's gonna cause separation. It's gonna cause weird issues with it. So just use a flat top brush. And it is very hydrating. I will say that, it's very hydrating. All right, so now I'm using, surprise, surprise, my Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer in Almond. I feel like lately Too Faced has had like mouthful of names for all their products, and it's kind of intense, especially when you're trying to say it on camera and you're trying to say it quickly and you're like, I'm this thing from Too Faced. I'm gonna use this, what brush is this? The Sigma F64 concealer brush today. I love this brush so much. I had kind of stopped using it for a while, and I used it one day. So I've been doing and posting on Instagram a lot of like no foundation looks where I take my concealer, apply it to where I need it, and then I kind of just like, I buff out any extra on my face where I need some coverage. And I've been using this a lot for that and have totally fallen back in love with this concealer brush. It's so nice, it's fluffy but dense. It's like the perfect combination. What's your guys' favorite concealer and concealer brush right now? Or application, whatever you wanted to call it. Comment and tell me. I'm gonna do a little more. My circles are so crazy bad lately. I did just film a morning skincare routine. I don't know if that'll be up before this or not, but that is why I skipped primer, is because I did do a lot of skincare prep. I find that with this foundation, it is a bit tricky to find primers that work well with it, so really focusing more on your skincare with this foundation than like depending on a primer is the way to go. All right, now I'm going to set my face using the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder in Translucent. This stuff is so good.
Sauce. Bagheera sauce.
Hey.
Hi, you recording?
Yep. Bagheera's been yelling.
Bagheera, have you been yelling? Here, come up here on this blanket.
This stuff is so good. It's so worth the hype. I love it so much. I'm really happy that I was able to get it. I got it when we visited the Too Faced HQ, and it's something I had heard amazing things about, but it wasn't vegan, and then it was reformulated to be vegan, so when we were there I picked it up and I freaking love it. I do think it looks a little powdery when you first apply it, but as it sinks in and mixes with your foundation, it just looks better and better. And holy, this with the Born This Way foundation is like, your skin looks amazing. I love it so much. And I think too, because I do have skin that is more on the dry side and a little dehydrated right now, a lot of powders are tricky in the winter for my skin. All right, I was gonna use cream blush. So I'm using the Peach My Cheeks blush in Pinch My Peach. And I'm just gonna use a beauty blender for that. I'm not really doing a lot today, mostly stuff around the house. So I'm just doing like a simple glowy look. Just powder a little bit over that. I will say too, I have noticed that the foundation does kind of suck up your powder products a little bit. So you want to apply them a little, with a little bit of a heavy hand. Not too crazy, but just a little bit, because as it gets like melding together, it is going to absorb a little bit of that color. Also, I apologize that my brushes are all dirty. I need to wash them. So this is the Sweetie Pie bronzer, which is kind of weird. I'm still not sure how I feel about it, because it's like bronzer mixed with highlight mixed with blush, but not really any of the above. Here, let me show you guys the swatch. So it comes off, it's kind of like a pinky toned bronzer, more like, I'd say this is like a one done, like your blush and everything. Maybe I should have just used this instead of blush. I feel like it's like not a bronzer though. Like I want a bronzer. It smells really freaking good, but I feel like it's not what I'm looking for. I like the formula though. See, now I feel like it just looks like I have too much blush on. All right, I'm gonna go in with, do I have another flat top brush? Yes, I do. I'm gonna go in with the Pure Cosmetics Contour Diaries and get some blush. Not blush, I don't need more blush. I'm gonna get some bronzer from there and then some contour also. I'm just gonna go in with Passion. I haven't used this yet, so hopefully it's not too red. Hopefully I'm not just making this situation worse. But if I am, I am. And that's kind of the point of these videos, right guys? Like we live, we learn together. We see what happens, what turns out, what doesn't. Sometimes things horribly don't, right? I'm gonna go in with Secret because that one is a little bit red. Oh my gosh. Why are you doing me this way today, guys? Not you. I meant my makeup. My makeup's, guys, I don't know. I'm gonna contour with that Secret shade again. Just a little on my nose. I've been pretty over contouring. Like I just like haven't been doing it. That's what I mean by over, but I've still been contouring my nose. I still enjoy that look. Oh my gosh, I feel like it's so red. Is it looking red to you guys? Is that just me? I don't like this. Okay, I'm not enjoying this. I'm not enjoying this. I feel like it's just, the swatches are like cool tones, but it's picking up red. Like in person, it's looking so red right now. Let me try just a little empty blank brush and a little bit of that contour. All right, that's a little better. I think it's just that Too Faced bronzer is so pink and I don't want to contour today. Whatever, I'm moving on. I did my best. That's all you can do some days is your best. Powder this a little, let the foundation, let it sink in, do its thing. You win some, you lose some. All right, so I'm gonna go in with this Ofra Glow Up highlight palette that they sent me. I'm really liking this. So I talked about this recently. I had never used an Ofra highlight before, and now I totally see what the hype is about. So I'm gonna go in with this one, which is Star Island. Like, I get it. It reminds me of the Becca highlights, actually, which are so good. And I think these are cheaper. I could be wrong, but I know there's also always discount codes. I see so many people sharing them. So many people have like affiliate discount codes, and it seems like Ofra is always sharing them as well. They told me about one. I think it's Ofra 30. It's not an affiliate code. It's just like theirs. A little bit of that. A little bit of that. Oh my gosh, I'm so red. I am not into this. I'm sorry, you guys. Oof. Oof. All right. Brush out my brows. But you know, like that's real life. Sometimes things don't work out and you just have to roll with it and make the best and see what happens. So I'm gonna use this Charlotte Tilbury Dolce Vita eyeshadow quad. So it has 4 shades. So it says Prime, Enhance, Pop, Smoke. No, that must be wrong. Prime, Enhance, Pop, Smoke. It's reversed. I'm just gonna go in with this one here. We're just gonna do, I don't know guys. We'll see how this all comes together. That's the thing about these videos is you never know what's gonna happen. You never know how it's gonna turn out. And to be fair, this morning I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna grab kind of like random stuff and throw it together and see how it plays together. Because it's a good learning experience for all of us. I'm okay with this. I like this shadow palette. These are all products that I like on their own. I just haven't used them all together. I don't know if I like that bronzer. I don't know if I've ever said that about anything from Too Faced before, and I feel horrible. But I think I just shouldn't have worn a blush with it. That was my bad. That is completely my bad. I should have known better, and I didn't. Well, maybe I did, but I didn't listen to the reason. And I think too, it's like makeup is supposed to be fun. Like you need to just like sometimes take it a little more casually and play with it and just roll with it. Like it doesn't have to be so serious. It's just makeup. You know what I mean? Like it's not the end of the world if it doesn't work out the way you want it to or the way you need it to. Sometimes you just roll with it and see what happens, and that's the best thing you can do. These Charlotte Tilbury products, though. Charlotte Tilbury can do no wrong in my book. I'm gonna go in with my finger, actually. I never do that. I hate using my finger on eyeshadows. It feels so unsanitary. I get a lot of questions from people asking for like swatches in my mail time videos. And to be real, a huge reason I don't is because I feel so disgusting touching all that packaging and then touching a product with my fingers. Like, ugh. I feel so disgusting about it. I'll do like lip swatches and like swatch them on my hand because I don't know, I'm not sticking my finger in the product. Like it's different, but it grosses me out. And that's why I don't like applying eyeshadow with my fingers either. Even though I'm like not touching stuff, it still grosses me out. I don't know why. You have all the germs everywhere. Ugh. I agree, Bagheera. Bagheera's even horrified by this. So I know I've been talking on Instagram and showing photos of me doing more colorful eye looks. I haven't felt comfortable enough to do them on here though. So tell me if that's something you want to see and if I should just kind of have fun with it and just do videos kind of like this one where it's like, if it works, it works. If it fails, it fails. Because there's so much pressure, I feel like, when you do beauty videos to instead of talking about like, I like talking about my experience with products and like sharing and learning with you guys. And I feel like there's so much pressure for it to be like a tutorial and show us how to do this crazy makeup look. And like, that's just not me. Like, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not trying to teach people necessarily how to do makeup. I'm wanting to share my experience to help you guys. So like I'm trying out products. And that way you guys can hear like my experience with them. You can like share your experience with them. We can have like a chatty session in the comments about it. I'm not really about like, I'm gonna teach you how to do XYZ. That's just not something that is like I'm qualified to do, I should say. And so I'm just never sure with like colorful stuff. Like, do you guys want to see that? Do you not? Should I just keep it on Instagram where I've kept it so far? Because then it's just me taking photos of myself after I do it. Like, let me know. Let me know what your thoughts and feelings are. And I'm so curious, like, what kinds of videos, like, do you guys watch actual tutorials? I do. There's quite a few people I watch them from. I love Brianna Fox. I love, who else? I mean, I watch J Kisses. Obviously, hers are more out of my comfort zone, but I find them so helpful, especially when I do get colorful shadows. If I know she has it, I go find her video and try and recreate her look, and it's definitely helped me. Like I said, Brianna Fox has helped me a ton. I've learned so much from her. Even like Jaclyn Hill, like older Jaclyn Hill videos, I felt like I learned so much about like how to do things, how to work with products, and so much of like my own experience with makeup and like learning how to apply things came from YouTube. So I totally get where you guys are coming from, but I don't like that from all the channels that I watch. You know what I mean? Like, I like learning about products now more than I like learning about like techniques and things like that. And I think, I don't know, like everyone's perspective is different and everyone's voice is different, which is part of what makes YouTube such a cool community. But there are just certain things where I'm like, you know, there are certain people I want tutorials from. And in general, like, I just like hearing about people's experience with products and how it goes for them. I'm not necessarily looking for a tutorial from every person on YouTube. And I feel like for a long time, that's how it seemed like it was. Ooh, Samantha. Avi, Samantha. I learned so much from her. And I think they're still fun to watch. Like, I love watching people create. their results. I'm just not always watching because I'm gonna follow it step by step. You know what I mean? Does that make sense to you guys? And I found so many YouTubers that I watch because I was looking for information about really specific products. Like, I remember I found Jaclyn Hill because Anastasia Beverly Hills had just come out with their liquid lipsticks. And even though they weren't vegan, I was so curious about them. And so I was trying to find swatch videos and like any video talking about them because I wanted to know what it was like and what the product was like. And that's how I found her and got sucked into that rabbit hole. And so many people, that's how I found them, is just through them, you know, posting like pretty specific things where I was just curious about, like, tell me more about this. Tell me about how this applies, how this specific product is. And maybe that's because I come from like the content creator background where I was like creating reviews and all this stuff anyway. So maybe that's just why I'm more interested. I'm trying to remember how I found other people too. Like, I know that's how I found J Kissa. I don't remember what product, but I was like, it was something so far out of my comfort zone that she had obviously used. And that's how I found so many people that I watch on a regular basis. That's how I found Casey Holmes. I love Casey Holmes. I feel like she's so relatable. And I don't know. And like Alex Garza, I found her that way too. Did I just get mascara on me? Yep. That's how I found a lot of people. And so I'm always curious to, like, I love sharing my experience with products because that's what I enjoy watching most. And I'm always curious, like, what you guys enjoy watching the most. I just realized I stopped talking about what I was using. This is the Hourglass Caution Extreme Lash Mascara. I really like it. I know not everyone does. It's not everyone's cup of tea. I do think the wand is a little tricky to get used to, but once you get used to the wand, it's a very, very good mascara. It definitely helps hold a curl too, like more so than other mascaras that I've used. So I highly suggest it if you have like stubborn to curl lashes or any issues with that. It is very buildable, but I feel like you need to build up your layers very carefully, and it's easier to build up the layers when it's wet. So it's not one where you want to let it fully dry in between coats. And then for lipstick, I used Pout About It from Too Faced. This is from their Naturally Nudes collection. I love these. They feel like bombs and they have a nice bit of color. So that is today's Get Ready With Me. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm trying to just do more of these that are really like open and casual and chatty. I enjoy watching them. I enjoy, like, when other people do them. I don't watch my own. I enjoy filming them, and I just love interacting with you guys in the comments of these. I feel like it's helped me connect with you guys so much more, and I've really, really loved that experience. Hopefully you guys have as well. Who knows? I'll see you next time.